Hello, welcome to Shoreline Music Monthly. My name is Mark Koshwitz. We've got a great show for you tonight. It's number 42 in the unending saga of Shoreline Music Monthly. And a great guest for you tonight, but before we get to him, I just wanted to take just a moment to talk a little bit about a underappreciated area, or perhaps it never occurred to you, or you're unaware, where you can see local music now that we've hit summer. So many of the local farm markets are now booking local artists to play during the market. There's some great slates out there. Ivoryton just released their lineup. It's fabulous. Madison is already up and running. They have music every week. Some of the others that are soon to start is Chester has a great market. They have a lot of live music going. They have a website you can find out. Most of these have websites or Facebook pages where you can find out who's playing. And there's also a storehouse of information. The Northeast Organic Farming Association of Connecticut has a website where it is ctnofa.org. And if you go to the farm market section of that, they have links to all your local markets. And from there you can find out who's playing. So there's nothing better than music and fresh vegetables in the summer Connecticut sunshine. So get out there and take a look around. I am now going to introduce you to this month's musical guest. We have in the studio right now, I have Texas Jack Hardesty, and we're gonna chat a little bit, and then he's gonna play some music. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here. Good to finally meet you face to face.
Yes, the virtual world is easy, but it's not the same.
No.
Now you've got a gentleman with you that we've already put to work, but
that's correct.
He's going to be accompanying you shortly. Mm-hmm. Why don't you let us know who that might be?
Well, that's the infamous Todd Smith. He's awesome, percussionist, drummer in the area. Got to know him about 2 years ago. Kind of happened into an open mic at a coffee shop in Old Lyman, and then 2 years later we ended up seeing each other and going, "Hey, I know you," and we reconnected. And now, whenever I get the chance, I play music with him. But Todd is in 4 or 5 bands around here, and called one particularly Buffalo Junior, and he's just quite something as a percussionist and a drummer. Great guy.
I love the networking that occurs at the local open mics. It's a wonderful way to meet. So see your local artists if you're not a player, or play with your local artists if you are, and for musicians to meet each other, find like-minded musical souls, and sometimes long-term friendships and partnerships occur.
Well, believe me, that's what's happened. I mean, I was in Texas for 50 years. I came up here, kind of followed my wife up here to Stanford, and then we ended up buying a house in Madison. And I didn't know what I was going to do musically. I'd written a lot of songs and been in several groups in Texas, and I didn't know how that was going to personify itself in Connecticut. And then I run into Ramblin' Dan and Stevens, and and
he's been here.
Several other people, Kip Sturgeon. I mean, just these people that are just known people, and before I knew it, they're networking me. They're putting me out there. Dan names me Texas Jack, which is kind of the reason for the hat and the boots, I guess, at this point.
Well, and coming from Texas might have played a role.
Well,
right?
you know, that there is that, yes, sir. There's a little Texas in me for sure. But yeah, this last 3 years has been great, as just artistically. You know, I just finished my first record at 68 years old, and I finished my first book, and I'm just waiting to see what's next now. Game of hearts, not your invention, but this hand bears your signature. say you play with no ill intent. attention. Here comes the queen. Will we endure? I'm the man with the paper heart. You hold the matches. They're in your trembling hand. You can't keep them here. Keep those dark glasses on. This thing catches. It's dangerous out here, hanging with you, kid. And it's serious out here, playing with you, kid. This choreography that you keep writing keeps us dancing like the fools we are. I could be hearing you confess tonight from a New York hotel. I could be holding you real tight right here in the front seat of your car. I'm the man with the paper heart. You hold the matches. They're in your trembling hand. You can't keep them here. Keep those dark glasses on. This thing catches. It's dangerous out here, hanging with you, kid. Yes, it's serious out here, playing with you, kid. That handsome ghost out there behind you, he brought you untried and untrue to my front door. Oh, pay the man his due, but don't let him blind you. He'll leave our future here in ashes on the kitchen floor. I'm the man with the paper heart. You hold matches. They're in your trembling hand. Look what you did. Keep those dark glasses on when this thing flashes. It's dangerous out here, hanging with you, kid. Yes, it's serious out here, playing with you, kid. I said it's dangerous. It's quite serious. Here's looking at you, kid. Here's looking at you. Here's looking at you, kid. Here's looking at you.
Is the album actually out now? Are we
It's not out. As a matter of fact, I reconnected with an artist, a Southwest artist in Arizona a week ago, and he's doing the cover art for it. He's listening to the music and painting in his studio, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with, and then we'll get there. The music is, I think, finished. I'm still listening to the final rendition that was offered me, and by the way, I'll drop another name, Eric Lecter at Dirt Floor Studios. I wrote these songs, and I play the guitar and sing them and do some of the harmony and stuff, but Eric added 12 instruments easily. He plays everything, and he plays it well, and he's just a great guy to be in the studio with. So anybody that has the opportunity to go up on top of the mountain overlooking the hill, overlooking the Connecticut River, and record in his log cabin is, I consider, a very lucky thing. Once again, just a providential thing from just meeting people, being around, going to the Bee and Thistle, and he was in there doing a show, and then he did a thing at ICRV, and Dan got me on ICRV, and that networked, and it just blossomed, you know, to where I know 50 people that, you know, I didn't know, and I know some of them pretty well. You know, it's just been great.
Music's a wonderful thing.
It is. It is.
Now, you mentioned a book.
Oh yeah, I started writing this actually in Texas. I guess I started it, but I decided to just write I wasn't writing songs. I hadn't written any songs in a while, so I went, well, you got to write something. So I wrote a short story about a sailing adventure I had. I've done a lot of sailing, a little open ocean sailing and stuff.
So were you shoreline as well in Texas, or was?
No, I wasn't. I was in Dallas.
Okay.
No, but I played music with a guy that was a sailor, and he got me out on the ocean delivering boats and you know, trying to kill me. But no, had a marvelous time. But that was my first story, and then I just decided I just came up with this book, and it kept going. And the winters here are perfect times to write. So I finished it, and now it's in the hands of a couple people, and then it'll be rewritten. And my idea is that what I want to do is I want to have the book with a sleeve in the back of it, and the record's going to be in the sleeve. So if you want my book,
marketing
you
idea.
get my record. If you want my record, well, you get a book. And you can make whatever, TP out of the book, or you can make a coaster out of the album, but one way or the other, you know, you're going to get them both, and I just think that kind of doubles the fun, you know, so why not? Deux, trois. There's no time like the present, no present like sweet flowers. Flowers come with their secret fragrance. There is no fragrance like the rose. There is no rose without thorns. You can't touch a thorn without bleeding. All bleeding brings just a little pain. What follows pain is healing. The healing starts when you say so. So say so. We'll be fast on our way, so say so. 'Cause there's no time like the present to start loving me the way I love you, the way I love you. Presence in your voice is the present I receive. Your giving is a choice in which I presently believe. 'Cause there's no time like the present, no present like sweet flowers. All flowers come with their secret fragrance. There is no fragrance like the rose. touch a thorn without bleeding. All bleeding brings just a little pain. What follows pain is healing. The healing starts when you say so. So say so. We'll be fast on our way, so say so. Please say so. We'll make this our day, our first perfect day. 'Cause there's no time like the present to start loving me the way I love you, the way I love you, the way I love you. I love you.
All right, well, I am back here again with Texas Jack, and he has agreed to play the infamous From the Hip, where he doesn't even know what it is yet, but where I will just ask some random, short, mostly about typically it seems to be about music and food with me, but so it doesn't require a lot of deep thought or anything, but it's
good.
just a lot of, sometimes things that just don't usually get hit on sometimes when we're
Sure.
talking about life and current events and albums. It's
Fair enough.
so, well, first of all, since I was going on about farm markets in the beginning of this, are you a farm market guy? Do you?
Habit the farm markets? No, not so much.
Okay.
But my wife gets me to Bishop to pick things, and we do some of that stuff. But and then
It's never fresher.
should do it more. That's for sure. You make me want to become one, Mark. You make me want to be a better man.
I'm doing my best, Jack. What would be the first instrument that you ever learned to play?
Guitar.
Guitar, and would you remember the first song you actually were able to play?
I know the tune, and I can play it on the guitar. As a matter of fact, it was in Lima, Ohio, and I had a Gretsch Tosca that was copper, a little electric guitar, and da 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 da. That's my first song. I don't remember what it was, but Dennis Doman was my teacher.
Okay.
I was
Fair
13
enough.
years old.
And now you just mentioned Ohio, which then now makes me curious to how many different states you've lived in.
3 now, I guess, would be.
So the Texas we know, the Ohio, and here.
And Connecticut, yeah, that's the only ones that I've actually lived in, yeah.
Okay. I need to know, are you a fan of cannoli or?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Everybody is.
Well, I'm new to it once again, as I am to all these foods, but once again, we had to stop at some bakery in Norwalk and had a cannoli that was fabulous. So after that, I've been hooked. And
Firmly in cannoli camp.
yeah, you bet.
Okay. Do you have a favorite music venue for, not for performing, but just if you get out to just catch somebody playing?
Well, the Nightingale actually has interesting performers, and they work really hard to get the best people in the area and the people traveling through. So, yeah, if I catch a local show, just to catch a singer-songwriter or some local talent, young talent especially, the Nightingale is actually a great place. They have shows usually on Friday and Saturday nights in Old Lyme. So
Nice.
I would say that.
Yeah, I need to get to that pickin' party. That looks like fun.
Oh,
I
the
see
picking party is a
pictures from it.
blast. Yeah, that's I cut my teeth there. That's where I got to know Dan and pretty much everybody else, and have played music, you know, with those guys now for, gosh, 2 years, yeah. So I've gotten to know a lot of them pretty well. They're really great people.
And do you have a favorite local spot, shoreline spot, to just go?
That's a really good question, other than Lobster Landing, which I can't afford to hang out there nearly as much, or Bar
Well, now they got Shanks right there too. I mean, you got, and they're bringing music to Shanks too.
Yeah.
I hear. So.
Well, we are sadly not out people. We really stay at home a lot. We love our home.
So
you know,
the yard,
we're still
perhaps.
building it. The yard.
It's a shoreline spot, right?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with the in the yard.
Love the place.
The missus loves the backyard herself.
Oh, the backyard, yeah. Okay, I thought there was a place called the Yard, so I didn't. I was trying to play along with you. I was going, yeah, what yard? No, but there's the place in Guilford.
I still haven't been there.
Oh man, it's.
Yeah.
We've gone there with the family a couple of times, and it really is
I got
great.
it. I got to get. I
Great
need the picking party.
food.
I got to get to the play. I have a list of things now. Thanks.
Oh, great! I'm glad I could help.
All right. Well, thanks for playing the game.
Oh, that's it.
Appreciate it. That's
Oh.
it. That's all we got.
Ooh, look out! Well, I haven't known you for too long, but that's okay. Everything seems to be developing in a very nice way. Well, I'll slide on by to watch you read a book there in the sun, and that's fun. Ooh, yeah, that's really, really fun. You know you don't believe it and you know you can't conceive it, then you really ought to leave it alone. Cause you never had it, you think it could be bad, you're tired of sitting there all alone. We'll take a stroll by the lake, we'll watch the boats. We'll get on one, we'll drink a little wine, and hope that this one floats. Well, I'd take some time to watch you on the deck there in the sun, and that's fun. Better believe it, Jack, that's really, really fun. You know you don't believe it and you know you can't conceive it, you really ought to leave it alone. Because you never had it, you think it could be bad, you wish your dog would throw you a bone. Oh, throw him a bone. That's my buddy. We'll send our hearts to the moon, 'cause that's our way. We'll dance like loons in the moonlight and forget about the day where your golden hair shines in the starlights, and I can't help but think that this is fun. Oh yeah, this is really, really fun. You know you do believe it and you know you can't conceive it, and you're never gonna leave me alone. You never will forsake it, you'll never have to fake it. It's time for us to take it on home. Take it on. Oh, you take it on. Oh, take it on. Oh, look at it. Something like that.
All right, well, thank you once again for watching Shoreline Music Monthly. And remember, check out your local farm market. There's probably someone playing there. You now know a website where you can find out that information. And if it's not a farm market, just get out anywhere where these wonderful local artists are playing and get out and catch a show, because you are the local in the local music. Thanks.